next guest is an independent curator of art who formerly worked at the gallery Brown and Paul, which is just down the street, and I believe it's famous for introducing Murakami Takashi to the United States. So I would like to welcome Gabriel Ritter.
So I'll be talking to you tonight about an exhibition I'll be doing titled Tokyo Nonsense, opens October 4th. The show features 11 young artists working and living in Tokyo. That gives you Tokyo. The nonsense is, it's in the Japanese vernacular, it's a term used to evoke anti-establishment and kind of rebellious spirit, related to the 60s student protest movements. So here we have the artist Kato Ai dressed up as a onigiri gamen, a rice ball masked man, and he's surrounded by some of his students. And just 3 years later, here they are on the cover of Techo, which is basically the Japanese equivalent of Art Forum. You have Aida in the center without his mask on. First, I'll be talking about these two people right here are part of an artist group of 6 people named ChimPom, which actually, if you're Japanese, kind of sounds like penis. Here they are, they're kind of a guerrilla activist group. Here they are in Tokyo Disneyland, acting like kamikazes from World War II. Log jam ride. In the show that we'll be doing, they have these this piece which is called Endo Ichiro, which is sort of libido electrical generating device. And so basically they took out these ads in adult magazines, sports magazines, and people would call thinking they'd have phone sex, but actually what they were doing is they were generating electricity inside the gallery. So we'll have that on a much larger scale here in Culver City. This is a project they did a little more socially conscious. They took objects that they bought, went over to Cambodia and worked with orphans who deactivate landmines. This is actually a sculpture they did. They planted it in the ground with a landmine and blew it up. This is another artist in the show, Ichiro Endo. This is a project he did in an abandoned, he's a performance artist. It's a project he did in an abandoned elementary school where he covered his hands in paint and sort of attacked the wall, and the wall written across said, "Yeah, that's it. We can do anything." And he has this very utopian mindset about his work. And this is the artist's his card. It's called the Mirai Sha, which it says "Go to the future" in Japanese. That he is standing in front of Mount Fuji. This is his artist statement. It's all about bringing people together. Unemployed, geniuses, ordinary people, the government. He's trying to bring everyone together for this kind of utopian future. Here we have, actually before Susan was talking about the Akihabara district of Tokyo. This is the artist Ai Kato. She does live performances in the Akihabara district, which is sort of the center of otaku geek culture. And actually, I think here, if you see, she was dressed as a maid. So a lot of her audience is men, and she does these live performances, painting on people, painting on her van. The important thing here is that she's circumventing the gallery system, and she's bringing her artwork directly to the people. She actually sells her artwork out of the back of her van, so sort of going around the traditional system in Japan. This is the artist Kazama Sachiko. This is actually a 20-foot long woodblock print. She works in traditional black and white hand-carved woodblock printing, and it all has a very political bent to it. Here you have a piece that, you know, it's an amalgamation of things from Tokyo that all sort of went down during the burst of the economy. Here, this is also another series that she's done where she's mixed like 70s TV superheroes, but they have to do with like political campaigns that have failed. So this guy down here is Civil Engineering Man. This is the big, her major work recently. These are 6 by 4 feet each. This is the Manchurian Railroad versus Sugamo Prison, which is actually a prison that held all of the Class A war criminals from World War II in Japan. So it's this kind of clashing of these two World War II. This is the video artist Taro Izumi. He's very funny. He works with found objects, his immediate surroundings. He has a Ichiman bill, and he does these kind of nonsensical games that are meant to sort of escape from the oppressiveness of everyday life. Here he is with a paper basket bag on his face, and in this video it's called Making. I think it's kind of alludes to the act of making art, where he's given off-camera instructions to do these really nonsensical things like put your hand on that, pipe, make your hand really big. And it doesn't really make much sense, but it's pretty funny. This is an installation of his. He works with very modest means. These are cardboard boxes he's found in the trash can near his apartment. He's sort of a pack rat. People know hikikomori. It's a type of people who sort of never leave their apartments. That's kind of his lifestyle. This is finally, the last artist is Tanaka Iichiro. He's a designer and an artist. This is the male Chidaruma. People might know it. You fill in one eye when you make a wish, and then you fill in the other eye when the wish comes true. But if you check here, the eyes have fallen down, so it means you really screwed it up. He also has this series where he goes to the fish market, and he goes, this is called sashimi gyotaku, which is takes sashimi and dips it in ink and presses it on sumie paper for brushwork. It just says very simply up here, tuna. That was his name. It tells the date and time he bought it and how much it weighed. Very kind of meaningless record keeping. And finally, we have his classical karaoke. If anyone's Japanese, this just says like and it's basically karaoke to Bach's Fifth Symphony. So you go like So the show, Tokyo Nonsense, opens October 4th. It's just west of here at SCION Space. And send me an email if you have any questions. Thanks so much for coming. And